Many people have this misconception that through reading books, you're gonna gain all the knowledge that is out there, which is, in a way, I mean, it is relevant, but at the same time, they forget about our oral traditions, our oral history, because some things, they're not really the way that the colonizer puts it. Let's take the Chuj culture, for example. When I checked it, just out of curiosity, on Wikipedia, which is not a pretty reliable source, but still I did it out of curiosity, like I said. And it says that we were named by the Spanish, and we were named because of a cloth that my ancestors wore. The thing is that, well, when I asked my grandma about this, who is my elder, she told me a different story. And then that story is that we're named after the Ika, the sweat lodge, because Chuj is another word for sweat lodge. And she told me that we were named after that because we use it so frequently. Every day we use it up in the Highlands, where I might add tends to get very cold at times. So that was the way that people took baths or they relaxed. It was in the sweat lodge, and that's how we got that name. But like I said, when you look it up, they're trying to give credit for our name to the colonizer. They're trying to discredit us and trying to give them that, and they do that a lot with our history because they want us to get lost. They want us to keep on giving out misinformation, and at times, I mean, and I gotta say it, but mine ain't accurate, but it's what I know, it's what I learned growing up in my culture. And like I said, and that's another thing as well, I mean, books are not gonna substitute the language. You know, in other words, reading it but never speaking it, that's one thing. But then speaking it and never reading it, well, some might consider that illiteracy, but really our ancestors were illiterate to the colonizers' dictionary. So I just want to put that out there, that don't just rely on one source. Keep learning any way that you can, through books, through events, but especially through language, because that is the best source that you can find. And anybody that tells you otherwise, well, that's because they don't know their history. They don't know it, so they're just trying to give you false information so that way at least they look good. We don't do that. If sometimes we get corrected, then hey, I'll admit it, because I'm gonna die learning. I live learning. I was born to learn. This is Az'un, Papul, Shuvan. Our past, our land, our bloodline, our future.